Hi, everybody. Happy Sunday, everyone. My name is Sheldon Raymore. I am the Executive Director at the American Indian Community House. Happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. Happy summer, everyone, and thank you for joining the American Indian Community House. A great deal has happened across the country and within Indian country this past week. We are witnessing an unprecedented times and our voices are being heard. It was a victory for those who still face the generational trauma from colonialism, racist statues glorifying people like Columbus to the Confederates were toppled down and removed from major cities. These statues glorified those who were responsible for the genocide, enslavement, and murder of millions of indigenous people across Turtle Island, as well as the enslavement and persecution of our Black relatives. AICH not only supports New York City's urban Native population, but we support and stand in solidarity with Black, Indigenous persons of color and our Black relatives. We all have endured the effects of colonialism and stand united moving forward. Please join us this Tuesday, the 23rd at 6 o'clock p.m. with Tatiana Benali. Danae, our AICH staff, Tatiana, will host live Zoom panel and community discussion taking down one racist monument at a time. Every Tuesday, Tatiana hosts our social justice series with up-to-date information during these harrowing times. The live Zoom panel event will also be streamed live right here on our Facebook page. So please come back and check that out and join us. I'd like to address COVID-19 and how it's still problematic for Native American communities, specifically in Arizona. According to Arizona Health, the White Mountain Apache tribe has more than 1,000 new coronavirus cases, surpassing the Navajo Nation in total number of cases per capita. Currently, 6.4% of the White Mountain Apache tribe's population has tested positive for, whereas the Navajo Nation's population is tested at 3.5% positive cases. We are keeping our Apache relatives in our thoughts and prayers. For those who are able to contribute, please visit the White Mountain Apache tribe's GoFundMe COVID-19 Relief Fund. Any monetary contribution is most welcome, and we thank you in advance for your generosity. With so much happening this past week, I'd like to take the time to mention news from our friends at Indian Country Today. Our 4 Native candidates for Congress have advanced to general elections. This is a big win for candidates who serve their Native people and advance our issues for needed legislation reforms, U.S. Representative Deb Haaland, Laguna Pueblo, landed the Democratic nomination in her bid for re-election with no opposition in her New Mexico primary. Yvette Harold Cherokee won the Republican nomination for a U.S. House seat. Rudy Soto, Shoshone Bannock, and Pauline Jordan are both candidates running in Idaho. Indian Country Today is a wonderful Indian media outlet with the latest breaking news out in Indian Country. And so talking about Native candidates for Congress makes the 2020 census that much more important for Natives and Indigenous folks to fill out. We count, we matter. Filling out the 2020 census will ensure that our people are accounted for while increasing our visibility. We need to make our voices heard and our presence known. If you have not already filled out the 2020 census form, please visit our AICH Facebook census link, and we will take you to the form. So just let me get a drink here. U.S. Census. It is quick to complete, and by completing this, you are part of the change that is needed right now. And so just a fun fact, NTVS has a new release of t-shirts designed by Stephen Paul Judd, Kiowa Choctaw artist. NTVS is a Native American clothing company started by two natives. They promote and sell authentic Native created designs. Now more than ever is the perfect time to support Native owned small businesses. Check their inventory out at ntvs.com. The tides seem to be changing. The University of Hawaii School of Law will feature a significant first scholarly legal article written entirely in Hawaiian for a modern day law journal. Sabrina Gramberg, who is currently a post-JD fellow at Kahuli Aho, a Center for Excellence in Native Hawaiian Law, advocates for a statutory infrastructure for Hawaiian language rights. Gramberg's proposal supports Hawaiian language usage in translation and translators throughout all government programs and services. AICH weekly events. AICH has been proactive since during the stay-at-home orders to provide the community and those tuning in with engaging, informative, fun, physical, and mental well-being and uplifting events. We are lucky having staff share their expertise and knowledge. With that, we have coming up, so you might have seen her on Showtime's original series Billions. Tanis is an actress, filmmaker, and we're lucky to have her share her personal training knowledge that she's been sharing for the Fit Native series, when we will stay tuned for more of the updates on that. Sacred Spaces, honoring our elders and our stories of living culture. This series features our elders as they tell us stories about their history in New York City and navigating the city being an urban native. There will be opportunities to interact and ask questions, a conversation between an elder guest of honor and the community members who join us on Zoom. Please join us every Wednesday at 5:00 p.m. to learn and interact with our featured guests. Previous guests included Louis Mofsey, Harry Wallace, Francis Grumbly, to name a few. And the New York City has a rich history of Native presence at the highest population of urban natives in the country. As people who live in Lenapehoking, it is important for us to take the time to get to know our elders. They who have been here for many years before us, and listen to their stories of what their experiences have been and what they continue to be today. Native Theater Thursdays. So check that out. That's going to be on this Wednesday. It'll be Zoom, and we have all of our information here on Facebook. So definitely check that out. Native Theater Thursdays. So this has been doing really well. It's had a great turnout. The American Indian Community House Indigenous Futurism Initiative presents Native Theater Thursdays in an official partnership of FNTG, First Nations Theater Guild. And the Eagle Project. We're dedicated to revitalizing traditional and contemporary stories and uplifting the voices of our people through professional development, and the promotion to advance artistic careers and our living culture. Live play readings are presented every Thursday at 8 o'clock p.m. and they're streamed here live on Facebook. And last week's play synopsis was in the age of rampant cultural appropriation, raising Mazaska means money in the Lakota language. A new one-act play by William S. Yellowrobe Jr. examines the idea of a whole community taking on a Native American identity in this economically depressed town of Equity, Maine. Paul and Duane try to create a plan that will save them and their community. William S. Robe is an enrolled member of the Assiniboine tribe from the Fort Peck Sioux and Assiniboine Reservation. He has just received his honorary doctorate degree in fine arts from the University of Montana, Missoula, Montana. The third of his plays, Restless Spirits, has been released and is available. Bill is honored and enjoys working with the cast and director, Pinamaya. AICH is dedicated to supporting our Native artists' economy in Manhattan. Through arts and continued opportunities, we will work together to sustain and continue to self-determine our futures throughout this pandemic. Like Fry Bread, we rise, and the American Indian Community House stand with you. With support from the New York Census 2020, Noble Foundation, New York Women's Foundation, Manhattan Fund, Decolonize Wealth, Edgar Villanueva, COVID-19 Emergency Relief Fund, and our individual ally donations. We thank you and remain humble and grateful each day for you. Thank you. The majority of our artists have lost gigs, jobs, and opportunities. We want to use this time to continue to self-determine our futures throughout this pandemic, provide opportunity for our artists, and to remain visible and bring more awareness of our Native voices and stories. So please come back, check that out. That's this Thursday. We look forward to seeing all of your beautiful faces out there in Indian country on our Facebook Live here. Welcome all of our 13,000 followers. I'm gonna be walking through some fun stuff with you today after I get through these updates. Just another one is the Two-Spirit Indigiqueer Bingo that just happened on Friday, and that was from 7 to 9 o'clock p.m. and it was here on Zoom. It's more of a closed meeting. We don't go Facebook. We haven't gone Facebook Live with it yet. We're still. We'll get back to you on that if we decide to. But in the meantime, you can always register RSVP. We put the links on here on our Facebook event pages, and you can RSVP and get your bingo cards. They're virtual. This week, it was pretty cool. Prepohantis was the host, and we had digital bingo cards that were in the Lakota language. So it was a great time to share and learn some Lakota language. In honoring Pride Month, the American Indian Community House presents Two-Spirit Indigiqueer Virtual Bingo is the glitter fabulous wow in the POW event. Come to the virtual wigwam for a night of celebration and bingo hosted by a Two-Spirit Indigiqueer guest during June. It will be fun and there will be chances to win awesome prizes and more. All are welcome. A safe, brave space. Win AICH swag and beadwork. AICH Indigiqueer, Two-Spirit Indigiqueer Virtual Bingo. It's on Zoom, RSVP, like I said, the Google form. Fridays from 7 to 9, and it's for everybody. Everyone's invited. The American Indian Community House was founded in 1969, the same year as the Stonewall Rebellion. AICH celebrates its Two-Spirit queer, lesbian, gay, bisexual, pansexual, fluid, transgender, genderqueer, non-binary, and gender non-conforming Indigenous community members. Beginning this Pride Month, AICH is starting ongoing Two-Spirit Indigiqueer programming that is welcoming and open to the whole Native community. We want to create Native culturally grounded spaces that are affirming of all our nation's gender identities and sexual orientations. Join us for important arts, cultural, environmental, political, health, and wellness programming that celebrates our peoples and intersecting marginalized communities and movements. Previous host bingo callers included Landa Lakes, all the way out from San Francisco Bay Area, from the Bay Area American Indian Two-Spirit Society, and Prepohantis. Go to www.prepohantis.com if you want to learn more about her. Sacred Spaces just happened today from 12 to 2 o'clock p.m. And join the American Indian Community House as we hold Sacred Spaces, a place for our community to honor elders through these uncertain times. As a community, we'll be claiming time to check in with one another, talk about our journeys, catch up with friends, and share insight and good medicine to strengthen each other's spirit and unity. It's for AICH community members, a conversation to check in with one another. Sundays, 12 to 2 p.m. It's a RSVP via Google form. And then checking in with our community, especially our elders, who are some of the most vulnerable during this time, is extremely important as we navigate through this uncharted territory. We have lost dear members of our community to the virus. Our elders need us now more than ever. So those are some of the updates from our American Indian Community House staff. Big shout out to our executive director, Yagowine Oaks. Also, we have a new member of our staff now, Monica Buckle from Cherokee Nation, Tanis Peranto of the Métis Nation, Tatiana Benali from Navajo Nation, and so all of these great staff people keep everything going here at the community house. So thank you everybody for that. I'm going to go ahead and jump here on the live now and just sort of interact with you all. Forgive me, this is my first time streaming from Zoom onto Facebook. So let me, this is kind of my practice run today. And as we continue forward, it'll hopefully get better. But I'm gonna just interact with you. If there's any comments I'd like to see. Welcome, Todd. Welcome, Melissa, Demian, Samin, Kaylee, welcome. Yes, everyone needs to go to the bingo. Two names here. Oh, sorry, Damian Diamond, sorry. And then, so, okay. Well, welcome all of you out there in Indian country, all 14 of you right now. So yeah, it's been quite a week. Just some things I would like to walk through with you all since I have this ability now to share a screen with you. So for those of you who have yet to check out our YouTube channel, I would like to show you how to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. And I'm gonna go ahead and jump online here. Go ahead and what you wanna do is go into YouTube and then go into American Indian Community House. And there we are, we'll pop right up. You just wanna go ahead and click on our link there. This will take you to our AICH page. And so this will show you, these are our subscribers right here. For those of you who have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, all you have to do is there's a little button right here. It says subscribe. And you'll click on that button and then you'll get all of our new videos that come up. We've worked really hard on a lot of these videos that you're seeing right now. We have the Fit Native TV workouts. They're all here in case you have missed the live ones. You can always come back here and watch these. These are great workouts that Tanis has worked really hard putting together. Also the Fit Native TV recipes. These are awesome foods that she's put together here. We've got bison stew, clam chowder, bannock. So lots of great fun recipes on here, and you can take a look at those videos. And then also our sacred spaces, honoring our elders. Those videos are on here as well. So if you missed it here on our Facebook live stream, you can always go back and watch the videos. As you can see here, we have Gloria Miguel, Nadima Agard, Vicky Williams, Francis Grumbly. We have the Louis Mofsey that was on there, Zubin Ornalis. So take a look at those when you get a chance. There's a lot of great wisdom that's being shared on there. Chief Harry Wallace. So definitely when you get a chance to look at that. And then every Tuesday, Tatiana Benali leads the social justice series. And that social justice series, all of the videos are right here from the very first one that we've done several months ago up until current ones that we just did this past week. We checked in with Mashpee. So take a look at those. And then also when I said Native Theater Thursdays, if you miss it on our this Thursday, you can always come back here to the YouTube channel and you'll see all of the plays have been archived here, including the last one we did about the Mazaska will be added to this one so shortly. So just again, check back to our YouTube channel. And then you can always, we have lots of other ones that are on here, just various ones from the census, different interviews we've done with past artists that we've worked with. And then we have a urban Indian sort of a film that we're going to be working on, and that's the trailer, which if you click on here, that's this the story of New York City's Native American community. And then also we have archived on here, June is the month of Pride, and so we have the Pride that you can see from World Pride Stonewall 50 from last year. You can go ahead and take a look at that. So that pretty much wraps up all of the YouTube channel if you have yet to. We also have a great Instagram that you can follow us on. And then of course, I'm your host every Sunday, Sheldon Raymore. I come from the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe, and I'm the American Indian Community House Deputy Director, and I host these live Sundays. Thank you, Tanis Peranto, for being my co-host last week. We'll be working on getting more of our staff in on these lives as well. So keep coming back. Check out our new look that we have every week. We try to keep it fresh and fun for you out there in Indian country. Take care of one another, and we wish you from the American Indian Community House a safe and wonderful week, and we look forward to seeing you back here next Sunday at 3 o'clock. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.